Good morning, everybody. Today is October 5th. Dr. Vuong here, Best Effin' Dad, with your quick COVID update. In the news, AstraZeneca has just submitted for FDA approval of a pill to prevent COVID. Now, unlike the Merck pill is to treat COVID symptoms once you have COVID. The Merck pill is to treat the symptoms. It's an antiviral. It's kind of like Tamiflu for COVID. So it keeps the virus from replicating. Now, the difference is this AstraZeneca pill is actually a formulation of actual antibodies. So unlike the Regeneron or the monoclonal antibody IV or injections you would get, or what President Trump got this time last year, you would get it in a pill form. Right now, they're asking that it's approved for people that are immunocompromised, that did not form antibodies from a vaccination. You have to remember that in order for a vaccine to work, you have to be immuno intact. You can't be immunocompromised, because otherwise you're less likely to form antibodies. So AstraZeneca has created this pill that has a formulation of monoclonal antibodies in it that you would take, and you would keep antibodies in your system for months at a time. Now, this sounds like it came from left field, right? Like, what the hell? A pill form of antibodies? Like, yes. Now, it didn't come out from left field. Who remembers about 2 months ago, there was this big report. It made the headline news. People sent me messages about it and links to articles. But about 2 to 3 months ago, Vanderbilt University released this report that they had discovered, like, this super antibody. Who remembers this? The super antibody that seemed to be effective against all sorts of coronaviruses, all the variants, everything like that is super, like, even better than Regeneron, etc. Well, that's this. That's the AstraZeneca pill form of monoclonal antibodies, and they're seeking FDA approval starting today. Hopefully we'll have those out in a month or so. Now, I can already see the conspiracy people who are in denial, the effing Ivermectin people. They're already messaging me, commenting, saying, Dr. Vuong, that Merck pill, Merck makes Ivermectin, and you know that this is just Ivermectin in a different form so that they can charge more for it. Like, no, that's not how science works. That's not how approval works. This is an antiviral. You have to, disclose what's in it, etc. It's so funny. These conspiracy people have this idea that these big pharma is out to get you. Dr. V, how much is big pharma paying you? I don't get paid anything by big pharma. It's so dumb. And it's so funny. They sit there and they have all these conspiracy theories about doctors and pharmacists, but they're still taking their little blue pill. I mean, I don't see Uncle Billy stopping his Viagra. They're not suddenly stopping their blood pressure medicine. They suddenly didn't stop taking their cholesterol pill. They're not, they're still taking, their anti-herpes pill. I mean, what the hell? Like, did you turn down your acyclovir? No, you're still taking your acyclovir. Anyway, you get the idea? Like, it is such a cognitive dissonance. Like, it's like, how can they're claiming fraud against doctors? They're claiming fraud against the FDA and the CDC and big pharma, and they're over there popping their diabetes and blood pressure and taking their pills. I just don't get it. It's so bizarre to me. So I can already see the conspiracy people sitting there going, Dr. V, you know that this is just Ivermectin, and look at this study and that study in Israel. And I'm like, shut up. We already have a solution to how this pandemic works. And what we are going to see in this fall depends right now what we are doing right now. So if you can get your family members to get vaccinated, remember it takes 2 months. So you're talking, if you get the Moderna or Pfizer, your second dose will be in November. So maybe you can have a half decent Thanksgiving. We got to get vaccinated right now if we want to prevent a Thanksgiving holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever, surge, Kwanzaa surge, New Year surge. We need to get vaccinated now. The people will put this shit off forever. And then, like, right before Thanksgiving, they're like, oh, well, I'll get my vaccine now. Like, well, you can't come to Thanksgiving if you just had your vaccination yesterday, you know, the day before Thanksgiving. That you can't do that. Anyway, and for all the people who are sitting there thinking, like, you know, what's the deal with all these doctors and nurses not, like, getting vaccinated, Dr. Vuong? Like, stop it. That's a very few. You all, in every group, you have a very few idiots. Most Republicans are decent people. You had about 500 of them who stormed the Capitol, and you've got, you know, most Democrats are very nice people, but you have a handful of them that will throw bricks into windows, and you can have all sorts of stereotypes. It doesn't fucking matter. Every group has some fringe element to it, okay? But at the end of the day, you know, the New York teachers vaccination mandate, you know, like 90% of teachers have their first dose now. So 99% of teachers have, principals have been vaccinated. You know, healthcare systems, you got 95, 96% compliance. You're always going to have, I mean, show me something where you get 100% compliance. You can't. Even our election system, like if you win 50% of the votes, you can become president. It's just crazy. Anyway. So check out the information on this AstraZeneca. Right now, I predict it will probably be for the immunocompromised, transplant patients, et cetera, et cetera. I don't think it'll be widely available, but we'll see. We'll see. And also, J&J has filed for their booster too, so we'll see about that. All right, a little bit longer than I wanted to go, but I'll see you back tomorrow for another COVID update.